Hey, it's Beth here. Episode 267, still over 65, still talking. It is the highly anticipated Home and Bathrobe November issue. It's big. It's bigger than the other one. Let's just say that, okay? Anyway, I've worked hard on it because my editor at large is gone. I asked her for a forwarding address. She told me I was being forward asking her. She's not telling me anything. I said, Diane, we've been friends for years. She says, yeah, and a couple of them were pretty good. I'm like, what's happened? Where are you going to be? She said, Colorado. That's all you're going to get. I'll tell you what, I'm going to find her. If it's the last thing I do. So don't worry about that. I'll get my editor-in-chief back. But for the rest of the month, I'm on my own. I can't blame her for anything anymore. It's kind of scaring me. Anyway, once again, tabling the table of contents because they're of no use. So we don't have pages. It doesn't even matter. Okay, so we're going to get right to the important thing, which is astrology. Okay, because this month I decided to look up our most toxic personality traits according to the zodiac. Okay, so I'll start with Aries. Okay, because that's where they start. Aries is selfish. You are the most selfish zodiac sign. You're toxic. You won't set aside your desires for 1 second. Even if someone needed, if your girlfriend, her granddad inconveniently dies while you're supposed to get highlights from her, she's going to make you stay home and do it. That's what they say. There's nothing that stands in the way of you and what you want. Now, this works when you're a teenager, works all the way up to 65. But then people get tired of it. So that's why I've got to tell us all our toxic traits, because people have bagged the limit on our toxicity. Okay? We gotta come up with something new. So, Taurus, you never are sorry. Never sorry for anything. You're stubborn. You never think you're wrong, okay? And that unwillingness to change your mind, plus a major ego, means you're never going to ever give anyone an apology. And believe me, people have a list. 65 years, there's a list. You got to stop. I'm going to do that one too, because I got a little bit of that. I got my own problems, but I don't like to say I'm sorry. I say I'm sorry for everything, and I'm sick of it. So I've got I'm sick of saying I'm sorry. And I think we all are. But anyway, if you just went around one day, Taurus, and said you're sorry to everybody, including the mailman, maybe you could just get it all done in one fell swoop. I don't know. Yours looks kind of like you can fix it. Now, Gemini, you twist the truth. That's another word for lying, okay? And it's because you have great communication skills. They've gone to your head. It's your superpower, and you're not using it for good. So the thing is, you mostly like to entertain people, so half the time you're just stretching the truth, not twisting the truth. And that's okay, I think. Although maybe people have probably heard these stories before. That's the other thing we got to watch out for at 65 and over. We got to watch out for all this stuff. Okay, now Cancer. I have to admit this is true. I am emotionally manipulative. They call me intelligent, but they're just saying that to make me feel better, okay? I'm highly emotional, so when that's paired with my malicious intentions, I weaponize love, which actually I thought I was just flailing around. I had no idea I was weaponizing love. That almost makes me feel good about myself. At least I was hitting my target. Okay, because I know exactly what makes everyone tick, I'll hold it for hostage to get the care and attention I need and to feel secure. Well, yeah. But the bad news is that I never do feel secure. I'm not very good at it, okay? And maybe I should stop doing it. Okay? Weaponizing love doesn't sound good. Unless maybe it's a country western song, but sung by a guy with, weapons. But for me, it's not working. So, Okay, I'm going to let go of that. I'm going to try. Leo, you're a malignant narcissist. I think this person is a little bit harsh, but anyway, you're radically in love with yourself, okay? You just think you're hysterical. And last month, you really were the party animal, so I think this really does work, except it says you stay too long at the fair. You close down the bar. You never go home. And for everyone else, as we get older, that's becoming a problem. So you were like the most fun ever. And people want to have fun, but they want you to go home at 9 o'clock. That is the world we live in now. So you really can probably nip this thing in the bud and be yourself still. So you're one of the lucky ones. Virgo, death by 1,000 nitpicks. Okay? You have an analytical mind. You're really smart. You can ruin a birthday party. Everything, you're relentlessly negative. You could be at the Ritz-Carlton in the most expensive room and you would find a problem. I mean, I find that thrilling, actually, because I can't find a problem with anything, but it wears on people, especially the person who's paying for the room. Okay, so you just got to hold back on all of the nitpicking. Instead of death by 1,000 nitpicks, why don't you just injure someone with 100 nitpicks? Okay, let's see what happens. Libra, pitting other people against each other. Now, this is really clever. It's wrong, but it's clever. And you're ruled by Venus, which surprises me because I thought she was the goddess of love. But you get your hands dirty. You prefer to outsource your aggression. So let's say you get mad at your friend Sally, right? You start telling your friend Susie all the things that are wrong with Sally till Susie can't stand it anymore, and she yells at Sally for the things you're actually mad about. That is so bad girls clever that I'm almost impressed with you. And I'm not going to even ever give you any criticism because I'm going to get it from everyone around me. Now, the thing is, you're so clever that people really haven't figured it out. The only thing they have figured out is that you're always in the room when bad things happen. So your friends are getting more clever. It takes 40 years, but they're starting to figure it out. Okay, Scorpio, trust issues. I believe this. Okay, so you demand a lot of trust without actually giving your trust to the other person. You'll look at emails, you'll dig for evidence of people who are lying or embezzling money from you, and then you'll test their loyalty. But you don't allow them to do it to you. It's treasonous when it happens to you. It's just being, what's the word that you use? Diligent when you're doing it to other people. Right? This gets old. This gets old, just like everything else. Sagittarius, you're one-upsmanship, okay? I'm telling you, if someone sends you a postcard, you send them a novel back. No matter what anybody does, if they go to grad school, you go to Harvard. If they saw a great movie, you have to go see a better movie. You can't ever be second best, which is exhausting for you and exhausting for them. So, Capricorn, you're exploitative. Okay, that's a very big word for shamelessly social climbing. Okay? You discard friends easily when you get more money in the bank, or you move up in society. You drop all your friends at the level you are on, and you move up. This works in Hollywood, and this works if you keep moving around. But if you're in Schenectady, people are going to notice, all right? It's just not a big enough group to do this to, and it's not really nice. You should invite your poorer friends to the big fancy party. They'll enjoy it more. Don't ever lose your first friends. Stay with them. They'll be grateful. You don't get grateful things from people when you shamelessly move up the ladder. They're never grateful. They're always just, what are you doing on the ladder? So forget it. All right. Aquarius, lack of empathy. You can get freezing cold when someone has failed to capture your imagination, when they're not good enough for you. You You crave stimulation. You love novelty. Well, you're in a lot of trouble. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's probably hard to be monogamous, but I bet you're doing a good job of it. So, you got to learn a little empathy. Get yourself a puppy dog. Okay? Read The Little Match Girl till you're blue in the face. You can work this muscle. You just haven't worked it for a while, okay? So, Pisces, now you, I save for the last because I'm so impressed with you. I'm so impressed with your toxic trait. You are a covert narcissist. Unlike a Leo, Pisces narcissism tends to be characterized as self-sacrifice and you got a martyr complex. They'll assume emotional burdens that go way beyond the call of duty, only to resent you for it later and hold it over your head. How do you do this? It's amazing. It doesn't matter what anyone else is going through or what's fair. In your worldview, you are the victim of every month. I'm telling you, I don't know how you do it. That's impressive, okay? I got to give it to you. Now, we got to move into this very important section of the magazine, which is cooking, gourmet, call it whatever you want. Okay, Bon Appetit on the cover this month. Thanksgiving simplified all over the grocery store. Every magazine is make your Thanksgiving less calories. And you can't. This year the turkey costs more. Do not get a small turkey. If you have people who like dark meat, there isn't any dark meat on it. This is not the year to do this to people. Everybody's had enough. We need Thanksgiving to have everything that it's supposed to have. Okay? Don't do this. Don't worry about Martha Stewart. And believe me, I've got a little bone to pick with her. It's a scam, okay? This whole thing with anise. A-N-I-S-E. She does this all the time with herbs and with spices and with crazy vegetables. Okay, her latest is anise. All right, she's acting like she invented it. It's been around for over 1,000 years. You don't know about it because it tastes terrible. It's not expensive. It's not hard to find. It's in every grocery store. And believe me, they never sell it. They have to throw it out and put new ones in. Don't listen to her. She cooks a storm. She tries so hard to make anise taste even halfway good. It doesn't improve anything. All right? She does this all the time. Knock it off. Just stick with your stuffing. Just play it straight the way you've done it ever since the beginning. A kid has another scam, and this is a really good one. And I don't want you to do this at Thanksgiving either, and they're doing it all over the place, adding these improbable ingredients to the easy things like green bean casserole or stuffing. Kid has this theory that in every fancy restaurant, there's a roulette wheel. On it is written things like raspberries, anise, chestnuts, goji berries, charcoal, kudzu, plankton, and spirulina. The chef comes in every morning, spins the roulette wheel, and whatever it lands on, he puts that on the pork chop. Don't put it on your turkey. Don't put it on your pork chop. Leave everything alone. It doesn't impress anyone, okay? Especially your family. So forget it. Don't do anything. If you want to put a little garnish on the edge of your turkey, go ahead and do it. Nobody's going to eat it. If you have a kumquat laying around, put it on. But don't touch the real food, okay? And don't forget rolls and real butter. Warm. Like the butter is like room temperature. And when you take a little bit of it, you get a lot of it. Let everyone be happy. Okay? That's my advice. It's my public service announcement. Okay, now, Decor. This is a good one. Well, it's not good. I invented it myself. It's probably not good, but it's easy. Okay, you got your pumpkin, right? From tonight and everything? And good luck. I hope you get a couple of trick-or-treaters. We've got nothing. Turn your pumpkin around. You got a whole fresh start on the back, right? Take a hammer and a big nail or some huge something. Poke a bunch of holes in it. Just make some kind of design. It doesn't even matter. Then you put your Halloween flashlight, the orange one with the pumpkin, inside. And you got all these little lights twinkling. It's great. If you have a regular flashlight, put a little piece of like orange tissue paper in there. It just will create a marvelous sensation, okay? Because it was cheap. And it'll be like, voila. That's the French word for cheap and easy, okay? That's all I've got. And, maybe vacuum before everybody shows up. That really is wonderful. And use all your candles, all the candles you have in your house. Use your china if you want to, if you can throw it in the dishwasher. Just do whatever you want. Use real napkins if you want to. If not now, when? That's the point. If not this year, what year? You've been carrying these things around for 40 years. Use them. They're hardly even white anymore. Use everything. Just use it. Put on some nice soft music like spa music in the background. It'll make everybody slow down when they're chewing. It'll make everybody happy. Just have a lovely, lovely dinner. Low lighting, Blanche Dubois lighting. Everybody looks great in the dark. And you don't want to look at what's in the gravy. Just everything nice and low. Be a perfect Thanksgiving. Now, fashion, here's a big one. There's a velour pantsuit for $18 at Costco. It's softer than anything. That's what people are saying. It's in 4 different colors. Find someone who has a thing at Costco. You got to go. Okay, they say it's so cute you can wear it anywhere. They say you can wear it out. I'm like, I don't know if they're saying that it's so comfortable you're never going to take it out and you're going to wear it out, or if it's actually presentable. But I think it's actually presentable. That's a big one. Gardening, this is fantastic. It's all over now. Everyone's yard looks just like yours. Okay? Dead leaves are good for the environment. Just keep telling yourself that. Okay? And this is my back page. This is what I know for sure. Stole it from Oprah, but I know things for sure too. And she never put stuff like this in her magazine because she has help. She has help with everything. She doesn't do anything. I know things for sure. I know how to make a whole meal with one pot. I know how to get a whole meal on the table and the prep time is 5 minutes. I know how to absolutely substitute any ingredient for any other ingredient. Oprah doesn't have these skills. She has 5 chefs in 5 different homes, okay? So what I know for sure is this turkey, it's going to cost a lot. I'm telling you, the dark meat thing is big. People who like dark meat are not kidding around, okay? They're never satisfied. No matter how much gravy you put on it, you will never, ever satisfy a dark meat person with white meat, all right? So just get a nice sized turkey. Just hold your breath and just do it. Okay, now, safe conversation starters. This is going to be a big deal this Thanksgiving, okay? I got a couple of them. Okay, ready? Here's a really good one. You could do this with any age kid, 5 to 95, okay? Here's the question. If you could have named yourself, what name would you have given yourself? Don't say, now when are you getting married? That's no commas. The whole thing is, if you could have named yourself, what name would you pick, right? End. State nothing else. All right, here's the other one. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? No comma, not, I just can't call your mound of fur my grand dog anymore. Okay? Don't add that comma. Just, the question is, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go? Question mark. And wait, nothing? Perfect. It's perfect, just the way it is. Okay, then you can ask people what their best movie is, what book they couldn't put down. Don't comma that and say, would everyone just stop chewing for 1 second? Okay? No commas. Just best movie this year, book you couldn't put down. Okay? It's going to be great. And it will be a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Do not forget the rolls and butter. That is like, I've done that. It makes people very sad. So we're going to stay sane. We're going to get through this Thanksgiving beautifully. Okay? It's going to be great. You enjoy it. Eat anything you want. Enjoy your life. If not now, when? Well, let's just go for it, okay? So just stay sane. I'll stay sane. And I'll be back next month and we will tackle Christmas and every other Hanukkah. We'll tackle them all. We will survive. Okay? I'll be back. Thanks.